Right, folks, good evening. Look at that collar on that All Blacks jersey. Goodness gracious me. How is everybody doing? It's time for All Blacks and England to get underway. They're currently going through the anthem. Geez, that collar though. Oh, hold on. You can't hear anything. Yes, you can. Oh, my microphone is on. That collar, my goodness. How's everybody doing? Do you ever listen to the ACC? I have done in the past, but not for a wee while. Avi says, come on the boys, England boys. Junaid has already been reminding people to like the stream because he's a legend. On your feet and start singing, Mark. Maybe not, but I'm there in spirit. Simon, man, how's it going? How's life in China at the minute? Long day of rum, meat, and cheese ahead. Great timing for China and this. Let's go. Yeah, your timing's a lot better than mine. I may have to sleep between the Aussie game and the South African game, which is not ideal. But there we go. It is what it is. Charlotte's in Croatia. Well, don't let the rugby get in the way of your holiday. I'm assuming that's what you're doing. So enjoy that, Charlotte. But good to see you while you're here. Lee loves the jersey. It's going to take me a while to get used to that collar. I'll be honest. John's cheering from South Africa, hoping for some competitive rugby. Yeah, man. Hopefully this is a good game. It's a fair bit of excitement around this one, just because it's Razor's first side, and Borthwick's boys have been improving. So happy days. Good morning, Mark. Start of a long day of rugby, American Blues rugby. Man, it's already nighttime here and it's just the start of mine. 7:05 for this one, 9:45 for the next one, then sleep, and then 3 o'clock for the next one, and then, what time's Argentina, France? Like 9 o'clock in the morning? I'm going to look even worse than normal in about 8 hours' time, but there we go. Philip Kane, holy moly, Uncle Phil. How's it going? You're listening in from China. Bro, how's it going? I was talking to Judy the other day about, we couldn't remember where you're based in China. We're thinking, man, one day we'll have to come visit next time we're in China. That's my actual uncle. Legitimately my mother's brother. This is just a big one before the Wales-Australia kickoff. Yeah, there's been a little bit less hype around the Aussie-Wales game, if we're honest. Tuning in from Carlisle in England, the locals are optimistic and hoping the ABs can silence them. There we go. Bay High, right, there we go. I'll have to make a note of that. Uncle Phil. If I'm ever in town, I will certainly look you up. I'll have to ask Mum for your contact details, but anyway. Yeah, no, not that Uncle Phil. Not the, psychologist Uncle Phil. Like, legitimately my mother's brother. Younger brother. Oh, you mean Uncle Phil from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? I guess there's a few Uncle Phils around about there, aren't there? All right. Haka is done. And Georgian ref Nika Amashukeli is about to blow the whistle to kick us off. Jules, excited for an afternoon of international rugby. Your time zone is the same as China's, Jules, over in Western Australia. So, yeah, your sleep schedule is going to be looking a lot better than mine. I haven't seen you for a while. Phil, if I can call you Phil instead of Uncle Phil, because that's confusing people. Yeah, man, it's been years. I think it was the last time you were in New Zealand, right? Oh, no. Was it when we were in Australia? Maybe it was when we came to visit Australia. Either way, it's been maybe a decade. I don't know. No, I was married. I don't know. It's been a long time. Been a very long time. Kickoff countdown in a second. Jimmy, yep. Yep. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whistle's blown. Kickoff is made. Test match rugby's back underway. New Zealand up against England. Alex Mitchell takes the kickoff, hoofs it back down, but doesn't find touch. So with 10 seconds on the clock, the All Blacks will run it back at England from around about halfway. Just you and Judy in New Zealand, no kids yet. Goodness me. Well, my son now, Uncle Phil, is 8.5. So we're closing in on a decade, I guess. Oh, early pass for England out wide, a bit too high. Oh, here we go. Summer Penny Finos having a big carry, but no, he's in touch. 47 seconds on the clock. Both sides have had a couple of runs. Slade's ball was just a bit too high for Freeman. And then Finau taken into touch. Yeah, was it Smith with the tackle? Anyway, Connor, man, how's it going? Ben Earl having a wee carry. Ollie Lawrence. Surely a box kick from Alex Mitchell here. Sure enough, there it is. And D-Mac takes it comfortably enough. And the All Blacks are going to have a run from their own half. Long time Dawn sent me photos of the kids. Oh, that's good stuff. You need to get in touch with her, eh? She's had a little bit of stress in the last few days. So, yeah. Flick her a message if you get a minute. AB's by 10, you reckon, Tama? Who are you guys picking? I did a poll prior to the game. And the general consensus, like the biggest response group, was All Blacks by 1 to 12. Another box kick from Mitchell. D-Max 2 from 2 from the box kicks, but man, those English defenders are putting the heat on him as soon as he gets the ball. Those jerseys are looking good, Vincent. I like them from afar. On the close-up shots, I feel like the collar looks too big, but from this distance, the wide camera, they look mint. TJ's box kick finds touch, so we'll have a line out. Good man, Uncle Phil. AB's by 20, reckons whack Paddy. That would be some scoreline. Morning 2 cents, morning all viable solutions, bro. How's it going? Let you know with 5 minutes to go who you think's going to win. Grace reckons AB's all day. Oh, what happened there? We're England pinged to the line out. Or was it a knock on? I was too busy writing notes. Should have been a penalty, reckons Randy. $12 for the ref, you reckon, Ian? Oh yeah, I better send my dad a message. G'day, Dawn and Gaza. Just to let you know, I'm live streaming the All Blacks and England game Uncle Philip is actually in the chat as well. So that was a nice surprise. He's still here over in China. So, yeah, we're all awaiting Gaz's halftime match report. As I can see, England are about to line up a shot at goal after the first scrum. Yeah, All Blacks went straight down. No reset for this one. How is Gary? Gary is the reason Dawn's having a bit of stress. So I'll let Dawn fill you in on the blanks on that one. Gaza does not like this ref. I remember that much. We'll see how Smith goes in the Dunedin conditions. Some kickers don't like that kind of indoor stadium, eh? In theory, it should be easier because there's kind of minimal wind. There is a kind of breeze when I was there that kind of comes through the stadium. It's not like fully enclosed. He's missed that. What was I saying? But maybe it's just like an unnatural wind. I don't know. Don't know. For the last 40 years or something like that. Jezza, who's the ref? The ref is Nika Amashukeli, the Georgian. He goes Furbank with a run from the restart. He's taken. Trying to put another kick through. Well, if there were indications when we looked at the pre-match about the stats about England potentially putting a bit of boot to ball, so far, that's looking like accurate. Be it grubbers or box kicks, that looks like the way they're going to play. Oh, Stephen. Bit of turnover ball. Blacks have had a run. There's no halfback. There's TJ. Come on, boy. Quick ball. Oh, man. The line speed. No! Oh, there's been a knock on, surely. Whew. Okay. Box are going to smoke Ireland, you reckon, Tama? They are certainly big-time favourites. I think the jerseys are terrible, look like a pack of priests. I reckon they look okay from a distance, but I'm not that sold on those close-up shots. They kind of look like tuxedos. I don't know. Oh, the big white collars are a bit retro. They used to have big white collars on the really old school ones. It's kind of a heritage thing. Hopefully the Rugby Championship kit is better. Yeah, I don't know. They tend to not change them too much, right? Or is this like a short-term kit? I'm not sure. I think I've got enough All Blacks kits for now. I need to get like an updated French one before I get another All Blacks one. I keep buying losing All Blacks World Cup campaign shirts. I got the 2019 one, and then we lost. And then I bought the 2023 one, and then we lost. I didn't have the 2015 or the 2011 one, so there you go. Maybe I should stop buying World Cup kits. What the hell was that line-out throw? How's this for some China style during the AB's game? Asked 小爱同学 she won the good. She put on some classic Kiwi Concord Dawn. Like Flight of the Conchords? Or is that... Or am I just too old that I don't know what that reference is? Do you ever have a clear out or do you keep all the kits, Jezza? I keep them all. Just today I had to do a bit of cleaning up around the house and I boxed up a set of them that I haven't been wearing for a while. It felt wrong to do it, but I boxed them and put them up in the kind of storage area. So, big scrum from the ABs. All right, I think there's a slight momentum shift. The All Blacks have kind of been struggling to get out of their own half for the first 10 minutes, but now we've actually got a bit of momentum. Concord Dawn is early 2000s Kiwis drum and bass. Sadly, straight over my head. But that's cool. Apologies while I take notes. That's a hell of a touch kick. That's like 7 meters out. Paddy Tuipulotu takes the line-out ball. Dalton with the big carry. 6 meters out. TJ, but no, there's a knock on. Bugger. Johnny, this is Spates Summit Ultra Low Carb Lager. I buy the Spates because it has trivia questions under the bottle caps. And the beer itself is alright. Oh, it was TJ. Oh, no, it wasn't TJ. It was Artie. Stuart, good morning, Mark. Irishman Stu living in Canada. The last time I turned on the live watch was with your family for the Ireland games in New Zealand. Holy cow, man. That was 2 years ago. Good to have you back, brother. Apologies, it's just me today. But Gazza will be sending a halftime message hopefully at some point. The timer's still on 1 minute. What? Let's have a look. See if that refreshes. ESPN, what are you doing? What are you doing, ESPN? Let me see if their actual site's updated or if it's my live stream mucking up. Nah, ESPN's site is just stuck on a minute. So when they fix it on their end, it'll be fixed on my end. Good to know it's not my problem. But thank you for the note. Free kick at scrum time. They can't take another scrum. Hands are still a bit rusty all around the park. You might be right, eh? It's not been the most fluid game thus far. I feel like England did pretty well to force New Zealand to not really exit early on. But yeah. So you like to have a question after a drink. It happens a lot here in Ireland, except it's usually multiple questions by the cops. You know what? I've never ever even been breath tested. The closest I've had is driving past a breath testing station which is going the other way. So, not that I drink and drive anyway, but you know what I mean. Never even been questioned. Here goes Mark Talia with his first big carry of the game. Jink is left, Jink's right. He gets tackled without really going forwards, but oh well, it looked alright. Come on, TJ, a bit of quick ball. D-Mac, tell dog roll. Okay, this is good. The All Blacks getting some quick ball now is actually looking more, it's a bit easier on the eye. Reese has had a carry, came back in field, got taken down by Cunningham South. English blitz defence is coming up real fast, but the All Blacks are trying to get around it on the outside. Here goes Paddy Tuipulotu up the midfield. Go, boy. Come on, Stephen. Here's a wee pick and go. First man at the breakdown. Keep going. 10 phases. Oh, man. Rico just got smoked by Furbank, but he gets the ball away. We got advantage too. Go, Dalton. People were saying TJ's service was going to be too slow, but he's all right, man. The ball at the moment is humming. That last one was a bit slow, but overall it's been all right. D-Mac with the wide kick. Reese, go! Yes, try time! Damn, that's All Black rugby. Tell me if my microphone's too loud, sorry. Whew! Nice. That was some sweet play. Paddy Tuipulotu had a couple of carries up the guts in that one. Wide ball, D-Mac, cross kick, acres of space. Reese did well, and just goes over in the corner. TJ has not looked slow all year. People have not been watching the Canes. Yeah, a lot of people were saying he was going to be slow. I don't know. But, nah, the service in this last few sets of faces was really nice. Well, I hate to say it, but in the pre-match show here in New Zealand, Israel Dag was doing a piece for the bookies, basically saying that Sevu Reece, anytime try score, was paying like $1.80 something. Well, it was good advice apparently. Whew. Misconversion. Did they say someone's gone off? Blues number 8. Oh man, there we go. 4.5 Aussie dollars. That'll buy a beer or two. Thank you, brother. Blues number 8. Why aren't you with the All Blacks? Hoskins to Tutu. He got a Super Rugby Player of the Year, but anyway. Oh. Yeah, Jimmy. D-Mac's been getting that ball wide hard to try and get it around those on-rushing defenders. Oh, Marla off. What happened to Marla? Is it a... bloody hell. Finn Baxter looks like he's 12 years old. $8:24 in the morning in the UK. Good morning. Breakfast time in rugby, not bad. Victoria, morning Mark, not watching and can't stay but thought I'd pop in. Good to see you, Vic. Sorry about the top 14 final. Can you call a mark from a kickoff? I think that's in the under-20s. There's not as much experimental stuff going on in the full senior ones as far as I'm aware. Bloody hell, somebody tackle Alex Mitchell. Finn Baxter just had his first carry. Kevin Callahan. Cheers, man. That's a funny looking cat. Cheers, brother. For the beer fund. Marcus Smith with that dink through. Just a little bit too big, and D-Mac deals with the threatening to be wicked bounce. Baxter's the real deal, dealt to the Bordeaux scrum in the Heineken Cup quarterfinal. Chris, man, you got a good memory. I can hardly remember what I had for breakfast. Furbank's going to have a run. Are there many stadiums in New Zealand, like big ones, 50k plus? Only Eden Park. Eden Park's the only one that can go 50k. Most of them are around 20 or 30 for the Super Rugby teams. Still under a lot of territorial pressure. So weird watching someone have a beer while drinking coffee. I swear it's not beer in the AM. The team selection, Kevin, I mean, it's honestly pretty conservative. Barring the Stephen Perofeta pick at fullback, I think 90% of All Blacks fans could have guessed this lineup. Oh no, he was cutting himself. Did he get that down? I thought he was going to reach for it. Itoje. Is he held up? Oh, is he all the time? Gonna have a look at it. Sean Stevens is just not selected, Mark. His place in the pecking order has fallen down a bit. What's the TMO going to say here? That's down, right? Unless he's short. Ball's on the ground. Yeah, try time. Yowza. That's due reward, man, because they've had a lot of time down the All Blacks end. Is he going to get the kick? I don't know why the clock is stuck at 1 minute. ESPN's stuck at 1 minute, but the score seems to be updating. 7-5. Goodness me. Nice response by England, absolutely. If they can go in with a halftime lead, that will really put a cat amongst the pigeons. Who scored was Itoje. Cunningham South had gone close after a line-out move. And Itoje just kind of picked and go next phase. And they had to check if he was held up or if he got it down, but he got it down easy. So, try time. Marius, man, how's it going? Oh, there's knock-ons everywhere here. Yeah, it's going to be scrum time. They're indoors, so why are they dropping the ball so much? I don't know. Yeah, the handling's not great, is it? Not yet panic stations. No. Still early days. Still early days. Has Brody retired, Mark Kevin? Yeah, he headed overseas, and I think he's... I don't know if he officially called time on his All Blacks career, but he's pretty much done. Jamie, man, how's it going? Alistair's loving the scrum battle. Don't we all? Apart from Tony, everybody loves the scrum battle. Oh man, ESPN's not even given the stats. It shows us 0% possession, 0% territory. They need to sort their stuff out. Right, 23 minutes and 50 seconds. All Blacks have got the ball just outside England's 22. When we went through 10 phases, we scored. But, Peter Fetzer, go, son. Ali, oh my gosh, I thought it was going to be Reese for a double, but he didn't even need to give it to him. How the hell did that happen? Best wishes from Mexico. Good to have you along, mate. I was having a look at the Mexican stats the other day in the monthly update. TJ, Stephen Petafeta goes past Ben Earl. Passes when Marcus Smith comes up to the line. Try time. Looks like George Martin's lost his headgear. Look at that. Yeah, he was never going to get him. Whew. Stephen Petafeta, like you say, Chris, he's had a lot of time on the ball this year. He just feels like he's got heaps of time. That'll put a fair bit of the Petafeta hate down. There were so many people giving him grief after he got selected ahead of Bowden Barrett. Get it, D-Mac? Oh, that's awful. That is genuinely a shocker kick. And there's our man Hoskins Satutu with another one. $6 Australian. Goodness me, that's another couple of beers. Thank you, mate. Classic overcorrection. There you go. Another miss. Missed tackles not helping the rush D. Yeah, I mean the good thing about the rush is it usually puts the ball handlers under pressure to make a decision, right? But you still got to make the tackle. Was that a 50-22 from Reese? Holy hell, it was. Oh, that would look like a nothing kick. He's having a good game. What can the All Blacks do with this attacking chance? D-Mac, wide ball, Mark Talia. Feo Bosa comes across, makes the tackle, pop ball, camera, go back to the action. Paddy Tupelo just having another carry. Jeez, he's busy. Lomax. Get in there, TJ. Talia's in the middle of the field. Go, son. Oh, intercept. Slade. What was the handicap? I think it was 12 points. Yeah, 12 points. Last I checked. Mitchell's kick long to Talia. Go, man. Go. Jeez, he's hard to bring down, hey? This is really quick ball from the All Blacks. And they finally didn't... Oh, they did knock it on. James, man, how's it going? Yeah, Talia running up. He sees some front rowers in front of him and just runs, gets past the Toje. Underhill's the man who brings him down, of course. Pretoria's on. Mark Talia is like one of the, I've said it before, but he's like one of the ultimate like genetic, like rugby genetic mixes, right? Like he's part Samoan, part South African, and he plays for the All Blacks. Like New Zealand connection, South African connection, Samoa connection. Like, yeah, seems like a good mix anyway. Shout out to the Blues number 8. Yeah, man, very generous. Get through these beers. Cracking test match, reckons Randy. So far, so good. Oh, it's 7 o'clock in the morning for Argentina, France. 3, 4, 5. 2-hour gap between the South African game and the French game. Do I go back to sleep again? I don't know. Didn't know about Talia. Yeah, man, he's a real rugby mix. I think he was legit eligible for 3, maybe 4 countries. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, George, the time on the clock is 29 minutes and 10 seconds right now. Hopefully I'm not dropping spoilers. You can always pause if needs be, but I don't think that affects the chat. Oh, the All Blacks have just bust over that ruck. It's turnover time. Go. D-Mac with the sweet hands to Perifeta. Oh, he's brought down. Ben Earl with the tackle this time. He didn't miss Perifeta this time. Oh, Finau got caught behind the gain line by Underhill. The All Blacks are definitely just looking to go around the rush defence, aren't they? They're happy to take it back and get it wide to go around the corner. Oh, Geordie Barrett with the clean out. Jesus, that looked like he fair flew into that. Neck roll. Okay, that's not Geordie Barrett. Argentina, France will be interesting with the French names that aren't playing. Exactly, Jennifer. It's a very young squad. Are you watching Chile, Hong Kong? I don't think it's being broadcast here somehow. I'm going to sleep until the box game after this, LB. I'm going to watch Wales and Australia. Then I'll sleep. Jeez, where's this? Oh, it's a neck roll from TJ. That's what it was. And then Geordie comes in flying on Smith. He fair clobbers him, but they're not going to show that. Neck roll, geez, that was a soft call. Ah, well, they got pretty much zero tolerance for that these days, eh? I was just more worried about Geordie, because when guys go in to clean out that hard, if you're even slightly wrong, man, you're going to get red. D-Mac, I think he's 3 from 3 under the high balls at least. Might be more. Geordie should kick the goals. I was a little surprised they didn't take a long shot early on when they went for that first touch. It didn't come to anything, but I guess they got their instructions. Razor looks nervous, doesn't he? And Steve Borthwick is the smart guy. Here I am using 2 different colour pens. to make notes. Borthwick's got the old 4-colour pen. The red, the green, the blue, and the black. Yeah, I used to have those, but I would always run out of one colour first. So who's retired from New Zealand or will be soon? Because 2023 they were aging a bit. After the World Cup, Sam Whitelock left. He's now retired. Brodie Retallick. There's loads more. Richie Mo'unga has gone overseas but might be back. Aaron Smith, he's gone. Dane Cole's retired. Sam Cane's calling it quits at the end of this year. Who else? Hate how much time wasting there is in international rugby. Another high ball fielded, this time by Geordie Barrett. Jimmy, honestly, a rugby match takes about 2 hours if you include half time. If you're watching on delay and just fast forward through all the faffing, it's about an hour. Just skippity, skippity, skip. Skippity, skippity, skip. Oh, he almost got away from Marcus Smith and Stephen Peterfitter, but not quite. Talia's going to go back in field. He's not getting away this time. Leicester's gone to France. That's right, he might be back. Shannon Frizzell's another one. Lumi, thank you. Yeah, Shannon Frizzell. Geordie was quite reliable kicking in the last few years. I don't know what his percentage is, But he's gone through periods where he's been like a regular goal kicker and then other periods not. Oh, it's the All Blacks' turn to put a dink through, but nah, Furbank's got that one. Gets away from Geordie Barrett just to be smashed by the group. Not Geordie Barrett, Scott Barrett. Too many Barretts. Jim Hamilton is advocating for fan comments appearing on the ticker bar on live TV. Sounds awful. Have you ever seen those fan votes for things? Like, I mean, do you remember Bodie McBoatface? That try of the season that was voted for by fans from the European Champions Cup this year? It was like a bloody glorified pick and go. If you let the fans pick it, or if you give the fans access to it, they're gonna take the piss. I guess he's gone off his feet, Frankie. I don't know. Chile v Hong Kong match is not going to be available outside of South America and the Caribbean, ESPN Plus and Disney Plus region. Simon, thank you for the update. I would have watched America against Romania as well. Oh, nice. Geordie Barrett just got rid of Slade around his own goal line. But yeah, I think it was only on Flow Rugby in the States. I probably could have VPN'd into it, but you got to buy a Flow Rugby subscription, buy a VPN subscription for a game which is not the biggest draw, if I'm honest. I've already got a $400 a year size Sky Sports subscription. Hit the like button, folks, says Kevin. You're taking Junaid's job, but yeah, man, cheers. I appreciate that. We're 4 minutes till the end of half. 3-point game. Romania beat the USA. What? No way. USA were the favourites for that one. Boot it, man. Oh, I'm going to run it from our own 22. Okay, Artie, D-Mac. Oh, and he's passed it to Freeman. But no, there's going to go back for a penalty. Are you going to do a watch along for South Africa, Ireland? I don't think so, because it's at 3 in the morning. I'll be barely awake and alive. I don't think I'll be in a condition to talk for 2 hours. England are good or the ABs poor? The handling from the ABs has not been fantastic. But England have been solid. They've missed a couple of one-on-one tackles, one of which directly led to a try. But, yeah, there's been scrum penalties each way. So far, so good. 16 more likes. Can we get to 50 likes before halftime? Holy crap, if New Zealand really had to make 73 tackles to 26, that's lopsided. ESPN, have you updated your stats? Come on, ESPN. Nope. Shocker. Sometimes somebody at ESPN is just having an early wee drink. Let's check Ultimate Rugby. Come on. Fixtures. Oh, Romania did beat the USA. Goodness me. And yes, Ultimate Rugby is a lot more reliable than ESPN. More fake injuries to give the fatties recovery time, Jimmy. That's something the ref needs to clamp down on for sure. Good morning for South Africa. Rooting for the ABs. Yeah, 3-point game, man. Still very tight. Ben Earl's going to have a carry. Kid's kind of half past V now. Scotty Barrett wants a turnover, but not going to get it. Watching on Stan Sports. Good man. Tommy Freeman. Severeese has got him. Oh no, they're going back for a penalty. What time did the game start? It started at 7:05 New Zealand time, and it is now 7:49 New Zealand time. And we are a minute and a half away from halftime. Gaz is at his house, Kevin. He's been feeling a bit under the weather, so yeah, he's at home. Strict on the neck rolls. Yeah, you're not wrong. Do you think Scott Robertson's team has done better than the previous regime? Still early to say. They seem to be very keen to play it around the defence of England instead of like kicking it over them for the most part. But we're only 39 minutes in, so hard to say. Yeah, fingers crossed he gets it right, Kevin. One last chance for the ABs before halftime, maybe. Just outside of halfway. Slow ball this time. TJ's trying to get a penalty, but the ref is not buying. Feels like there's been very little ref calls overall in this match compared to South Africa versus Wales. Who was the ref for South Africa v Wales? What's happened to TJ? There's a bit of handbags here. Something in my tooth. Oh, shit! Ah, god damn, that looks sore. Holy hell. Imagine having Scott Barrett and somebody else fall on your leg. Ouch, Jesus Christ. Bro, if he can play on, I will be very surprised. Holy hecker, that looked awful. That was in full slow motion in 4K or whatever. Jeepers creepers. Didn't need that. Wow. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad from that angle because you can't see much. But it's George Martin, who weighs over 100 kilos, and Scott Barrett, who weighs over 100 kilos, kind of both falling on TJ Perenata's leg. Let's see how TJ's moving. Clock's gone into the red. TJ still looks a bit ginger on that leg, but no, he's moving all right. Maybe he just got away with it. His foot wasn't fully planted, so I guess it had a bit of give. It looked friggin' awful though, and his reaction was appropriately, accordingly severe. Oh, the All Blacks are going backwards here. I think we need to kick it out, man. You give away a penalty here, it goes into the sheds at 10 apiece. But no, they want to keep playing. When's Roygaard coming back? I think he's training. I think he's back training, but yeah, still a longer term one for him, sadly. Look at that white ball from the All Blacks. We're going backwards though. Oh man, is that a knock on? Apparently not. Historically, the All Blacks score 5 minutes before half time. Not this time. It doesn't look like it. I swear we're back further back than when we started. And England have won a penalty. What did I just say? What did I say, man? Give away a penalty here. Gonna give it the heads, sheds at frickin' 10 all. Oh, that's dumb. That's just dumb. If I can see it coming, then it's pretty frickin' obvious, isn't it? Anyway. Ollie Lawrence with the turnover. Black pen's running out of ink. No, not now, black pen. Don't do this to me. I need to write notes about the All Blacks being dumb. Alright. I need another pen. Oh, I've squished myself into a corner. Gazer time, hopefully. Can't open my drawer because my chair's in the way. Spin that around, maybe. Can I get my chair? There we go. Look at that. They said it couldn't be done. Look at that. Another black pen. Oh, goodness gracious me. Right, let's continue writing that note about the All Blacks being a bit dumb. Okay. Has my dad sent me a message? Not yet. Not yet. Right. Trivia. Before I get to some stats. If you know the answer, write it in the chat. Have you liked the stream? If you haven't done so, why don't you do that now? This is a New Zealand question. And not sports-based. It says, what is the biggest Cody tree in New Zealand? Like, what's its name? And my dad has sent a message. And Ducks Quack got it, followed by Jason. Tana Mahuta is the big old Cody tree here in New Zealand. It's a big friggin' tree. Go Google it, Tane Mahuta. Or if you want to watch something for the next 15 minutes, go check out 2 Cents on Tour. That's my other channel. I published a video yesterday where I went back to the city in China that I first lived in 17 years ago. And guess how many people remembered my friendly face? I went to the school I worked at. I visited the restaurant I used to go to. Guess how many people remember me? None. Not a single one. All right, here's my dad.
Yeah, well, g'day, Mark. Well, I think the All Blacks played pretty well, but giving away that last penalty, and they should have kicked it out, was pretty dumb. Now,
Pretty dumb.
you were telling me yesterday that England are pretty good in the first half of the second half. I just hope we can keep playing like we do. We should win this game, but stranger things have happened. And we should win. We're playing pretty well. We're not rusty. Scott Robinson and company have got them playing pretty well. I'm pretty pleased. I just think they need to kick it maybe a little bit more. We may be passing too much and we could open ourselves for an intercept time. This England team aren't bad, but the second half will tell. Yeah, g'day Philip, how's China?
Talking to my uncle?
Yeah, I got a bit of a, Mark will tell you about my sickness at the moment. I'll let him tell you a bit about that, but I'm probably going into hospital next week for some chemotherapy. But it could be based at home or overnight stays in hospital. But I'll let Mark talk to you about that later. But g'day, I hope everybody's well in China. And all your family over there are good. And your family in Australia are good. Now, with the rest of this game, well, to be honest and fair, I think the referee, well, he's been all right. And, the linesmen are helping him. To be fair to him, I don't really want to give him a score like I do in Super Rugby and NPC, Mark, because I haven't seen enough of him. I've seen a few times. I've seen him a few times, and he's satisfactory. I'll put it that. He's not outstanding. He's not terrible. So we'll leave the referee alone and the linesman alone and the French TMO alone.
Who is this guy?
Because I've got opinions about the linesman from Australia, but the referee and the TMO will leave alone. Now, England could still win this game because they could come back in the second half, and we know they've got the ability. Will they? I don't really want to make too many predictions because I know they beat Japan easy and you can't really go by that. Now this is Razors and Company's first game, so I'd like to have, maybe one or more 2 games look at them before I decide on an opinion on that. I think that's pretty honest and fair. Don't you? The other thing I'd like to say is all you guys support Mark's Rugby channel to the best of your ability. He's doing a good job, and he's keeping the rugby going in the Morgan family. And I know you're a big rugby follower too, Philip, and I'm glad when you left New Zealand and went to China, you haven't lost your interest, it's still there. That's fantastic. Good, great. I think we may be just spinning it a bit more. That's the only thing I'm a bit worried about. We're playing really well. We're outplaying them. And we just maybe need to kick it a bit more. I could be wrong. I'm not the coach. So they're obviously under instructions to do that. Comparing this team with Foster in the first half, well, I think Foster's All Blacks kicked a little bit more. But we'll just see how it goes. Go the All Blacks!
There we go. Gaz's halftime update. No ref rating. He didn't really want to talk about the ref. I want to know who is this man and what has he done with my dad? Because that is very uncharacteristic. ESPN is still having a fit with the stats, so let's check out Ultimate Rugby, which says possession is 62-38 to New Zealand, territory 52-48 to New Zealand, so a lot more possession, but the kind of territories are a lot more split. Kicks from hand is 12-15, so that's 15 kicks from England to New Zealand's 12, despite the fact they've only had 38% of the ball. So they're kicking a lot more ball than they are what the All Blacks are doing. It's kind of proportionally. Clean breaks 5-1. Where's the tackle numbers? Tackles 25 by New Zealand, 88 by England. But New Zealand's tackle rate is at 69%. Bloody hell, that's awful. Okay. Penalties conceded is 4-1. Interesting. Why didn't we kick it out, Kiwi Rob? I don't know. It's very bizarre. Very bizarre. That was just, they were trying to force something and it just didn't pay off, did it? Stephen Pettifetter's got a clean break. Ben Earls had 11 carries. Talia's had 10. Jamie George has made 15 tackles, which is a heck of a thing. Ollie Lawrence is the man winning the turnovers. All right. We didn't kick because the All Black culture, it's ego. Yeah, maybe they wanted to play, but it was maybe a little bit optimistic. Right, I got one more trivia question for you because I have opened another bottle of beer. What the hell? Okay, I think I know why this one has its answer. It's a cricket-related question for any of you cricket followers. Which noisy item was sold at cricket grounds in honour of fast bowler Danny Morrison? It's a former New Zealand fast bowler and current kind of pundit commentator. A duck caller. There you go. Chris got it. First man down. Bam. Straight out of the bat. Anybody know why it was a duck caller? Because he was not a very good batsman and was more likely than not to get a duck. There you go. Duck callers for Danny Morrison. 407 watching, 130 likes. Can we get 70 more likes, folks? That'd be nice, Junaid. If you haven't dropped a like and you are watching, hit the thumbs up. Doesn't cost you nothing. But yeah, duck caller is wild, I know. Record for getting ducks, exactly. He wasn't a very good batsman. I was lucky enough to meet him when I was a youngster. He came to my cricket club that I was playing for as a primary school student, and he told me I had a good bowling action. For what that's worth. Danny Morrison said, yeah, good action. Not much more than that, but there you go. That was when I met Danny Morrison. Onehunga High School. That's my old high school. I even played cricket for them for a couple of years, but didn't play long enough to go for the first 11. Cricket fans are pretty hardcore. The thing about cricket is you get a lot more time to get inebriated, don't you? Like if you're going to a one-dayer, that's hours and hours and hours. Like imagine a test match. Like 2020 is a lot quicker, but like compared to rugby, you've got a lot more time to sit down and have a drink. Like you can go buy a drink when it's not half time or whatever because there's heaps of time. Morning, Olivier, man. How's it going? How are you back in your French side to go against the Argentinians? Yes, I went to Onehunga. That was my high school way back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Foxy boy missed the first half. Now contemplating getting out of bed or staying and watching the feed instead. Bro, get up. Get yourself some brekkie. Put the rugby on. There's still half a game to go. Edward is in Luton. What's the team that's from Luton? The Hatters? I know Luton's got a football team. Prediction for the second half. Given the amount of tackles that England have had to make, I do feel like the pressure will start to pay eventually and the All Blacks should win. But like Gaza alluded to, one thing I had noticed about England's trend this year is they tend to start the second half pretty well. So if they are identifying what the All Blacks are doing in terms of spinning it, trying to get around their rush defence, and they can find a way to counter it, then the All Blacks may find themselves in a bit of strife. So there you go. Yes, boss. Good man, Foxy. Luton Town. I used to live in Harpenden. There you go. Don't forget to subscribe with the Māori All Blacks are playing tonight. Kiwi Rob, I will admit I 100% forgot about that game. Goodness me. I don't think I'll be able to watch it. Does it clash with this one or does it clash with the Wallabies? I'll have to watch that one delayed, I think. I went to Onehunga High School in 1991. You were there a bit before me. I think I started in 1997 and finished up in the early 2000s. How do you rate Peter Fitter so far? He's looked alright. He's not been called upon to do much in terms of like high ball time. It's been mostly D-Mac and Geordie Barrett taking the high balls. But he's looked to have a bit of time on the ball for sure. Was Miss Pap the music teacher? No. When I was there, there was a man who was the music teacher, and I can't remember his name. But Mr. Saunders was the principal, and Miss Shea was the vice principal. Peter Fed, I had angst about says Justin, but he's looking good. No, he's been alright, eh? Both the wingers are looking busy, like Talia's been coming off his wing to look for some ball. We all knew Mr. Saunders. Yeah, that's exactly right. Christie is on to start the second half. It makes sense because TJ's leg had to be buggered. He had like 200 kilos fall on it. It looked awful. How he survived the end of the first half, I don't know. If Razor was the music teacher, what would have lessons looked like? They would have been, I think, very interactive. I think you'd be getting up and doing some dancing. People are saying Rico's not having a good first half. Let me see his numbers. Rico. He's had 26 metres, 4 passes, beat 2 defenders. He has coughed the ball up twice, made 1 bad pass, made 1 tackle and missed 2. So yeah, not the prettiest reading for a half. The second half is underway, 40 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. England have got the ball, but they've lost it forward in New Zealand's half. We will have a scrum. Barney is watching in Crete. Wow. My wife is a Kiwi, I am Irish, and yet you're on a Greek island. That's quite the mix. Is that a holiday? I'd love to go to Crete. The New Zealanders fought at Crete in the Second World War when the Germans dropped paratroopers in there. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Where do you get stats from? ESPN is the usual one, but their website is, as you can see from this first minute, that's still on their website. Their website's kind of shitting itself at the moment, excuse my language. So I am using Ultimate Rugby at the moment. So they've got, that's Rico, can you see that? Rico, and some stats. Reflection up my phone, see Rico and his stats, like passing stats, all that kind of stuff. It's a paid app, but it's pretty cheap. It's pretty cool. Absolutely right. The Kiwis were amazing here on Crete. My great-granddad died on Crete. Man, that's amazing, isn't it? It's yeah, it's definitely a big part of New Zealand's history, connected with Europe for sure. Jules has been watching using non-rugby time to watch Band of Brothers for the first time. That's incredible, Jules. That's a great show. I actually, for a while, went right down the rabbit hole of YouTube channels which specialize in like correcting the mistakes of that show. Like they dramatized a lot of the soldiers, made some of them. Oh, another scrum penalty to England. They made some of the soldiers look like pricks. They made some of the soldiers look incompetent, which was actually not really fair. And it was always the soldiers who had already passed away, because some of the soldiers were still alive when that show was made. England are going to take the lead here, folks. You mean Jimmy Kimmel wasn't at the Battle of the Bulge? Yeah, he was that guy delivering a bit of extra ammunition. No, he wasn't there. Where's Gaza? He's back at his house. He's not feeling 100% at the moment. So, yeah, we did hear from him at halftime, though. And Blythe didn't die of his wounds. That's right. He actually went on to serve in Korea and was like a medalist, like he got medals for valor or something. So yeah, they got all kinds of stuff wrong. Tim, good first half. It was, man. Oh, Marcus Smith's pushed another one wide. His kicking's almost as bad as D-Max. He's missed a couple as well. That one was very kickable. Same regards. Hope he feels better soon. Yeah, fingers crossed, mate. D-Mac missed tough kicks. You're right, Junaid. He missed tough ones. That's true. But he's kicked at the stadium a lot more than Marcus Smith would have. So I would have thought he would have been on the money with at least one of them. But anyway, we'll see. Jules doesn't like the booing. We love a boo here in New Zealand. We love a boo. Oh, what? Turnover. Ball. There goes Baxter. And Stewart. Goodness me. Oh, Ben Earl's brought down. All Blacks not pinged for not rolling there. Fortunate. Furbank. His jersey's looking remarkably clean. Did he change it at halftime? Oh, the All Blacks have won a penalty on defence. Whew. I'm 2 minutes ahead of Sky in the UK. That can't be right. You can pause the stream, but the chat I don't think gets paused. So, what's the main beer of choice in New Zealand? Steinlager is probably one of the biggest brands. The one I'm drinking, Spates, is another one of them. Tui. Probably Steinlager, I guess. I wouldn't expect to find Spates or Tui overseas, but I might expect to find Steinlager if they were going to stock New Zealand beer. Yeah, it's all England this start of the second half, isn't it? Have we even been out of our own half? Mitchell having another snipe. Furbank plays halfback. George Martin. Tell him to get back to writing Game of Thrones. Cutting himself. The Kiwi connection. Cutting himself with another carry. Oh, and he offloads Smith. Time on the clock, Nathan, is 46 minutes and 50 seconds now. England have gone 9 phases. Freeman is just short. Itoje wants a double. No, he's not going to get it. It's a very slow ball. They're going to pick and go. It's going to be Underhill. He's short. All Blacks got to stay on side. 13 phases. Smith. Earl. Nah, he was on his knees. Here we go. It's try time. Feeble Busso. Man. It's been all England in the start of the second half. Very deserved try. That had been coming. Cunningham South had a couple of big carries in the build-up to that. Oh, man. You said England start the second half fast. Apparently, much like a broken clock, I got that one right at least once or twice a day. Is Cunningham South originally from New Zealand? Yeah, I think he went to high school over on the North Shore here in Auckland, if I'm not mistaken. The boos are real. We love a boo, man. I've got the volume very low, but I can hear the boos too. And Smith has also missed that one. So it is a 5-point ball game. 10 points to 15. England are in front. Freeman is playing well. Freeman's a good player, man. He's been good all season for his premiership team. But yeah, none of the goal kickers are doing particularly well. We kicked Steve Foster for this. First game. I, for one, will be a patient Kiwi. Razor's only had, was it 8 or 10 days to get the boys ready? So we'll be patient. Putting the French to shame with the booing. Like I said, we freaking love a boo. Like, I was brought up booing. When I would go to the crowds, go to the games with my dad, boo. We boo people. Yeah. What's going on? What are you doing? We're losing. I know, only 5 points. Okay. Right, we're 50 minutes in. All Blacks, wide ball. Mark Talia, run boy. Oh, Faber Bossa did well to cover there. Did Slade slap that into touch? Who got that turnover? Sever Reese. Nah, Jules. Caleb Clark didn't make the 23. I know the volume's so low I can't hear what the ref is saying. Are they going to have a look at Slade? I think he's trying to grab it. I don't think he's slapping it. But it definitely comes off his hand. Maybe it's a knock on, yeah. Cunningham South's gone off. Oh, we've lost the line out. Bloody Dan Cole's got it. He's just come on. Mitchell with the box kick. Finds touch into the crowd. Good kick. Replaced the wrong player. It seems a strange one to replace Cunningham South because he's been good. Is Perifeta going off? Okay. That's who you're talking about, Randy. You think they should have taken off DMAC? Took Perifeta off and kept DMAC for fifth. Dave is in Cork. How's it going, man? What's the weather like in Cork today? It was very much off and on rain here in Auckland this morning. And throughout the day, really. 52 minutes in, and we are trailing England by 5 points. Rico just got smashed by Marcus Smith. Come on, from freaking Finlay, go. D-Mac with the dink over. Scotty Barrett is the guy chasing it. Okay. If it was Bodie chasing it, you might have had a better chance with that one. Maybe it's hard to tell the difference. Time on the clock, Vincent, is 52:40. And yeah, April Tui. Rito was certainly a big part of that All Blacks line-out setup. Alright, All Blacks have got a penalty in England territory. What do they do here? Goal kicking's not been great. No worries, Vincent. Excited to see Almore whenever he comes on. He is a beast of a player. He has been busting tackles for fun, mate. So I also look forward to seeing him come on. DMAC is going to have a shot at goal. 61% probability. Even the percentage machine is doubting you, DMAC. What have you got? Come on, DMAC. You can do this. You can do this. Bring us back within 2. Not Geordie. Yeah, I would have thought this kind of long-range kick would have been more Geordie's territory, but D-Mac's the man going for it. Come on, D-Mac. You got it. 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 Yes. Straight down the middle. Straight down the middle. Good kick. Hey, Richie Moonga is in the country and he's at the game. That's cool. Best kick of the night for D-Mac. Jamie George has gone off for Theo Dan. So one of England's vice-captains becomes captain. What do you think is the more famous rugby family, Barrett or Tuilangi? There's certainly a lot more Tuilangis than Barretts. Barrett, there's the dad who played rugby, and then there's Geordie, Bodie, and Scotty who are the All Blacks, and then Kane also played rugby before he got kind of season-ending or career-ending concussion. Whereas the Tuilangis have played for multiple countries, and there just seems to be a lot more of them. We're going to kick it for a change. Who's going to contest that? Nobody. It's a free catch for Smith. That's kind of playing right into England's hands by giving them a free catch, because Mitchell will just... Oh, he's not going to return it with interest. I think he's going to give Theo Dan a carry. Paddy Tuipulotu's tackle looked a wee bit high, but no, apparently it's fine. Now Mitchell box kicks. It had to happen sooner or later. Oh man, D-Mac just ran into Lawrence and it didn't go well for him. But the All Blacks have got a penalty. Lawrence fell on the wrong side of the tackle. The Kiwi lad is very encouraging. This guy is losing hope. Yeah, this guy. Kiwi lads, that's Hamish. I know Hamish. I've talked to Hamish. Hamish is a good guy. He's always positive though. About everything. He doesn't even have a team in Super Rugby. He doesn't support anybody. Which is bizarre. How many more minutes to go? Oh man, look at the claret coming from D-Mac. It's 56:52 on the clock. So yeah, just over 20 minutes. Oh my gosh, we've lost another line out. Hey. Thought we had a frickin' not goal throwing coach. Line up throwing coach. The All Blacks just appointed, what's his face, former All Black hooker as a specialist line out throwing coach. Like I'd never even heard of that role before. Itoje with the steal. What a beast of a man he is as well. Ay. Throw it straight, boys. Yeah, that's pretty much the idea, isn't it? Savia isn't as good a line-out option as Fino or Satutu. Satutu is a great line-out option, isn't he? He's got great hands for a loose forward. Great line-out taker, and the passer is quite incredible. So, I don't know. I thought he was in pretty decent form. Your apathy on the fact that you wear Welsh shirts. You think it's contagious, Fleshing. Hey, Vai's come off a fee now. Okay. How's Theo Dan going to go with his throw? England's line-out is secure. Faber Bosso goes up the guts. Brought down. Ben Spence has come on as well. Goes back the other way. Furbank. Oh, what the hell? Geordie Barrett just got smashed by Ben Earl. And Ben Earl is incredulous as to why he's been pinged. You're not allowed to hit Barretts. I'm pretty sure that's one of the rules of rugby. Time for something stronger than a beer, Mark. Norman. You might be right. I do have some stronger alcohol over there if I need it. Get Irish whiskey. Hold on a second. Let me see what I've got. Oh, there's a stoppage in play anyway. I'll be back. What have I got? What have I got? I got that. And I got that. What did I miss? Come on, Artie, man. Bodie, Geordie, all the guys ending in E. Oh, Toja is having a monster game. I actually prepared the thumbnail for the review video earlier, and I picked Maro Toja as my thumbnail picture, so it's a suitable choice. People tell me that I shouldn't drop spoilers by picking the winning players in the thumbnail, so I try to prepare the thumbnails before the games now, so I'm not spoiling nothing. I wasn't aware of who was going to win when I made the thumbnail, so yes, Itoje is in my thumbnail. "60 minutes and it's another penalty. This time it's going England's way." Oh man, I might need a drink. Pretty rough. I haven't opened this one yet, but I'm sure you South African fans will appreciate this one. I have some of this brandy. Clip Drift, which is, I think, affectionately known as Clippies in South Africa. Gold in every drop since 1938. So, yep, I've got some Clippies, I have some Coke, and I have some ice. So as far as I'm aware, I am very well prepared. Otherwise, if I decide to go down a different road, I got some Jamesons. So we'll see how I'm feeling in a few minutes. But we will see. All you need now is a glass. Yeah, apparently. I didn't get a glass. I haven't decided what I want to drink yet. I'll finish this beer first. Tupo's got to keep out of there. Come on, Tupo, listen to the ref. Are they sitting for a drop goal? No. Good kick, just outside the 22. Can't mark that one. Geordie Parrott puts the left peg through it, and it is going to go into touch. Clippies and Coke, yeah, exactly right. Chill guys, this is new 8C team English sides had more time to prepare before this. Still very early days. I think it would be a mistake to judge Razor's team based on 8 days of preparation. I agree. It's going to be a 4-year project rather than an 8-day project, eh? On my third clippies for the day. Mrs. gave you a full day's leave. Good man. Remember, this is England's 6th game this year. Is it 6th or... They played 5 Six Nations games and Japan, so maybe 7th game. Bodie Barrett puts the kick through. He's looking for a 50-22, but he's not going to get it. That's a pretty rushed kick from Furbank. So that play actually went the All Blacks' way. Is it a thumbnail of Itoje crying? Nah, it's him looking pretty staunch. True test for both sides. A youngish England squad against a brand new All Black squad who's still need to adjust the razor. I think you're right, mate. That's pretty much where we're at. Hey, we won a line out. And Reese is in the midfield. Quick ball from Christie. That's what we like to see, Finlay. Get in there. Keep doing it. And we got advantage for a bit of not rolling away. What can the All Blacks do with advantage? Scotty Barrett. Artie Savia. Oh, he's on the field. Has he had any big carries yet? Back for the penalty. 13. Is it going to be 16-15? Is it going to be 16-15? What's the minute now? It is 64:42 on the clock. Damian McKenzie is lining up a shot at goal. England just conceded a penalty for not rolling away. Probability on the screen says 79% chance. 34 meters, 26-degree angle. It's on the kind of easy side for a right footer. He's nailed it. All Blacks are in front by 1 point. 1 point. D-Mac's got some paper shoved up his nose because he's got a bit of a bleeding schnoz, but anyway. Oh, but D-Mac, you're a beauty. Well, we're in the lead. That's something. Now it's England going with the carries in their own half. Spencer's going to box kick. Has to. You back in here again? What are you looking for? Where are they? They're not here, baby. See you. Have a good sleep. Love you. Bodie is certainly putting a lot of boot to ball in there. Was Bodie brought on to kind of settle things with a bit of kicking? I don't know. Hello to my New Zealand friend from Ireland. I know who I'm shouting for. Good man. We're 1 point ahead. But it's yeah, we've got a game on our hands. What can I say? Smith is off. Surprising. Is Finn a better kicker? Finn certainly kicks it a bit more in open play. than Marcus. I actually don't know about their individual goal kicking percentages. Marcus is a slightly more attacking minded 10 than Finn, but they're both good players. Is that turnover ball for the All Blacks at more time? It's going to be All Black scrum. I think Razor sees Bodie as the late game switch up option. It seems like that. Looks like the All Blacks have lost their teeth. Oh, I think first game, eh? First game. New coach. What? Says Jamie George. He's frustrated. AB's at 7 out of 10. I mean, this is definitely not a vintage All Blacks performance yet, but England are playing alright. ALB's on for Rico. People have been calling that for the last 20 minutes. It's happened. The score is 16, that part's correct. 15, that part's correct. But the 1 on the minutes, that is incorrect. We're at 68 minutes. ESPN having a shocker with their stats, apparently. No, baby. Have a good sleep. Should have had Billy Proctor on there. How many tests has Billy Proctor played? I guess that's the reason. Gong Shi Fa Cai. There you go. Bit of Chinese. Forgot the G in Gong. But I still understood you. When do you think Satiti will get unleashed? Against Fiji is when I think Satiti will get unleashed. Which team does New Zealand hate to lose the most? You would say Jez is right. Probably Australia. We don't like losing to the Aussies. Like, I don't... Like, of all the people I know who are casual followers of rugby, most don't have a dislike for the South Africans, but they do dislike Australia, and I think England. Oh, big scrum from the All Blacks. Monstrous. They got advantage. Geordie just does some behind the back move. Mark Talier's trying to get himself into space, goes backwards, that'll be the penalty. Yeah, but people just don't, I don't know why, because like we've got Anzac Day. It's literally a public holiday in New Zealand, which celebrates like fallen soldiers who fought together side by side at Gallipoli. But we hate the Aussies at sports. The cricket team I could understand, but the Aussie rugby team's been, like, hasn't had the upper hand on the All Blacks for how many years? When was the last time we had the Bledisloe? So people who've grown up dominating Australia still bloody hate the Aussie rugby team. I don't fully comprehend it. But yes, if there's two jerseys that I wear in a preview that I will get shit about, excuse my language, it's Australia and England. Why are you down wearing that jersey? Can't believe you wore that jersey. Little sibling syndrome. Maybe that's it. Do Canadians have the same feelings towards Americans for sports? Oh, the All Blacks just got in each other's way there, but apparently it didn't matter. I don't think I'm going to stream the next game, Matthew. No, I'll be getting ready to kind of sleep right after that game. I think I'm going to be wanting to do like military precision. The line-out is a disaster. Yes, the All Blacks line-out is having major issues. If we lose this game... Oh, Ben Spencer? No, it's Finn Smith. Or was it Freeman? Who the hell was that? Struggled with that ball. Freeman, there you go. We love you Kiwis in a sibling sort of way. Go Wallabies. Yeah, my Aussie mate, came over for the 2011 Rugby World Cup. And me and him went to the Irish and a Wallabies game. And he was so pissed off that all the Kiwis were back in Ireland. He was like, what the fuck? Like, we're Anzac brothers. Why are you supporting these Irish pricks? And then the Aussies lost. So he was even more annoyed that he'd come all the way from Australia just to watch his team lose. Anyway, that's what it is. Finlay with the box kick. Need to play some smart rugby. Oh! Sevu Reece has just smashed Furbank. Goodness gracious me. He absolutely clattered him. New Zealand are playing smart at the moment, trying to keep England just in their own half. There's none of this out wide, round the back play anymore. It's just keep them back, keep them back, keep them back. Spencer's got a box kick. Jordy Barrett's waiting for it. He gets it, no problem. Tavai. Kind of slow service, but it's alright. Elmore bumps off the first. Kind of gets around Dan Cole, but not quite. I was in Australia 2011, amazing atmosphere. Yeah, man. Who was it that got run down by James O'Connor with the intercept? That was crazy. That was running towards me, that try. No, that failed attempt at a try. Everyone was yelling out or chanting Bieber when James O'Connor was lining up shots at goal. They weren't booing him, they were chanting Bieber because he looked like Justin Bieber with his haircut. That's a mark from Furbank. He gets smashed by Reece again. He smiles if you say, I didn't hear it, but he damn well heard it. Tommy Bowe, that's it. How long left? 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Jeez, this game's close. Canadians hate Americans. Americans don't even think about Canada. Is that right? Canadians seem so nice. Can't imagine them hating Americans. But I suppose it makes sense. Tommy Bowe's a morning TV presenter now. Doesn't he have some clip that went viral because he said something dumb or he laughed about something? I can't remember. I feel like I've seen that. Am I going to do Ireland against South Africa later? Probably not a live stream because the kickoff time is 3 in the morning. I'd love to, but talking for 2 hours at 3 in the morning I think will be difficult. 10 kids? What? Canada invented ice hockey. No, they can't win the Stanley Cup. Canadian players win it every year, but their franchises can't win it. Edmonton got bloody close. They got within 1 goal of it this year. 8 faces All Blacks. They got advantage. Come on, get a try and this game's over. Go, Mark. Oh, smashing hit by Furbank. Bodie's going backwards. That's a nothing kick just to get the advantage. I got shit from my teammates in Cornwall for supporting the ABs at Twickers 1973 from Zambia. Is that right? What's wrong with supporting the All Blacks? Tommy Boy said 10 kids on live TV and then the presenter said their mother had died. Oh. That's not good. Can D-Mac make it a 4-point game? Come on, D-Mac. What the fuck? He ran out of time? For fuck's sake, are you My gosh. Razor's not a happy man. There is a little bit of wind at that stadium, Jezza, but not much. It's not fully sealed off around the sides, but yeah, it's not like friggin' Wellington or anything. That's a big scrum from the All Blacks, but nah, they really want the ball, but they're not getting it. And now England get a penalty. Oh, there's 30 seconds to go. England have got a penalty. They're going to get at least around about halfway with this kick from Finn Smith. 10-metre line. All Blacks half. Good kick. Far out. My goodness. Siren goes. England have got one more crack at it. Can they win another line out? Yes, they did. Spencer, Smith, Earl. Don't give away a penalty, All Blacks. Slow ball, but they've still got it. England, they're going around about the halfway line. Hey, the All Blacks have won a penalty. That's the game. 1 point victory. Oh my giddy aunt. Oh. That's a close call, man. Goodness gracious me. Well, Razor has a 100% winning record thus far. Shaky but okay, says Xavier, which I think is pretty fair. I mean, both sides will be pretty frustrated with their goal kickers leaving a lot of points out there. Both goal kickers could have won this game. For sure. Marcus Smith could have won it for England. And it could have been more comfortable for New Zealand if they'd kicked their goals. What's this final play? Furbank. Tony's trying to call me. Bro, I got to go do a review. Anyway, that's a relief. Phil, make sure you send my mum a message. Uncle Phil. She'll be waiting to hear from you. That last ruck did look a pretty dodgy one, Handro. There was just bloody bodies all over it. But yeah, that's it. 1 point game. Not the most convincing one to start with, but a win's a win. And fingers crossed, next week the All Blacks are a week better. But yeah. You guys take care of yourselves. I'm going to run off and do the match review. I think I might go with a wee glass of Clippies and then sit back and watch the Aussie game. So you guys take care of yourself. Maybe I'll have the Jamesons. I'm not sure, but I definitely need a wee tipple after that one. Yeah, good to be here. Oh, Opal Miner. Cheers, man. Long time no see. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated. But, yeah. Good luck to Australia and the Wallabies next. That should be an interesting one. Probably won't be streaming it because I'll be getting ready for bed not long after that game. But, yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys for one of the games next week. All right. You guys take care of yourselves. Talk to you again.